fans have obviously been frustrated, and they've expressed a lot of that towards Coach Lue. And I've heard a lot of, they've quit on Coach Lue, they've tuned him out. I haven't seen that. What's your read on that situation with them losing 9 of their last 10?
The whole thing with coaching comes down to this. I think we've seen in the NBA a lot of teams just decide that the coach is a problem. The coach becomes a problem when the relationships break down. And if there was a relationship breakdown when it came to Tyronn Lue, then Tyronn probably wouldn't be here already. We've seen that. The Clippers have prioritized that relationship in terms of the coaching staff, the front office, ownership, the stars. They have failed together, and that's the biggest thing about it. Like, James Harden was on the phone with Bradley Beal. Tyronn Lue said, this is how Bradley Beal is going to be in our offense. Lawrence Frank said Bradley Beal can be a two-way player. Bradley Beal said, I can help this team. You didn't get Bradley Beal this year. I mean, it's a failure, but it's a failure on everybody. And with Tyronn, it's like, you can do something different. Maybe his time would be up, and Tyronn would probably be happy to move to the next situation, but different doesn't mean better. You're not upgrading on Tyronn Lue. I think people need to understand that. This is still a team that the season isn't over. The sky's falling because a bunch of Clipper fans have never seen this team lose before. So, right. Or they've had to wait until the playoffs for them to lose. So that's where the Clippers are at right now. The season isn't over. Kawhi's literally coming back in a matter of days, if not tomorrow. So, there's still, that's how this locker room is. The locker room's not throwing the coaching staff under the bus. A lot of people wanted lineup changes or certain guys to play, and then those guys play, and it's like, oh man, it must be the coach. It's like, the coach might have known something ahead of time. Like, this defense was great last year. It's not great this year. Certain guys are, saying that the person that was in charge of helping this team change things around last year, should be coaching the team this year. So I think it's all a matter of everyone is together, even though they are not doing well together. And how that goes going forward, we have to see how this season plays out. I'm sure a lot of people will be mad if this team wins 10 games in a row at some point, because they want to see change, because they see a bleak outlook. And so we'll see what happens today. Again, they've beaten the Hornets 14 times in a row. I dare them to have that streak snapped. But even if it gets snapped, it's like, you got a game tomorrow, and you got games next week, and you got a whole nother season to play. The first quarter is coming to an end, but that means you got 3 more quarters of basketball to play.
So would you characterize it like you don't see jobs on the line this early in the season?
I don't. I really don't. I think everyone, again, context is everything. Like, if you blame Tyronn Lue for the Clippers not making the playoffs in 2022, or not winning against the Suns in 2023, or the Mavericks in 2024 when Kawhi's out, when Paul and Kawhi were out at the same time in 2023 and Russell Westbrook's leading the team, it's like, if you want to charge that to the coaching staff, then you can do that. That's your prerogative. I'm sure that'll be written on the epitaph when this is all over. This organization is big on stability. Steve Ballmer has been the chairman for 12 years. He's only made one front office change and one coaching change, and it's involved the same person both times. Both of the appointments came from guys who were sitting on the bench next to the head coach at the time. All I'm saying is other organizations might have shaken things up, made a move, but the Clippers, a team that values stability in a way that is rare in pro sports, and especially in NBA, they're not going that route.